So next we have our accent on academics, and I'll let you share information on our presentation tonight, Dr. Shandor.
Thank you, Ms. Richardson. Tonight's accent on academics project is bringing awareness to the dangers plastics pose in our marine life. Students in Ms. Speight's marine biology class at Grafton High School developed a project to bring awareness to how plastics and plastic straws affect marine life. Their activities included presenting their projects to fourth graders at Grafton Bethel Elementary. To share more about this project and introduce the participants is Ms. Whitney Cataldo, Grafton High School principal. Ms. Cataldo.
Thank you. Good evening, Dr. Shandor, Chairman Richardson, and members of the board. We are so pleased to be here tonight and to share this amazing project that our biology students took on, and I'd like to introduce the Clippers that are with us tonight. We have Gina Speight with us, who is our marine biology and science teacher here, so this is Gina. Yes, Gina's awesome. With us, with our students, I have with me to my left here Jackson, and he is a marine biology student, senior here at Grafton. Also another senior student, we have Melissa with us right here. And we have a future Clipper, Nora is with us, and she's currently a Grafton Bethel student. That was part of the project that we did. The subject of this project is very close to all their hearts, and you will be able to not only see but hear that passion as they share how they did this, why they did this, and why it means so much to them. It was not only a collaborative project for them in the classroom, but we collaborated with future Clippers at Grafton Bethel Elementary. Both students had a chance to creatively think, critically think, and have the impact of what they learned from the project. At this time, I will turn it over to the students so you can get excited about saving our environment and the power of your actions.
All right, we're going to start with a question. How does this make you feel? This picture, it's sad, isn't it? So approximately 1.4 billion pounds of trash enter the ocean each year. And ocean pollution kills more than 1 million seabirds and 1,000 marine animals each year. And plastic in the ocean does not only include large floating pieces of plastic, it also includes microscopic pieces of plastic as well.
And did you know that plastic pollution can never be diluted from our ocean waters, and that persistent organic pollutants, POPs, are chemicals that stay in the water and cling to plastics, seizing the breakdown, concentrating in the plastic, and affecting the food chain? Pollution is not only toxic for humans, but also animals, as if we consume these and potentially be poisoned by these chemicals in the plastic. This project was inspired by a current event written by a former student in Ms. Speight's class, Stephen Pettit, and he brought the idea of Pollutoys Pollutoys education to Ms. Speight, and Ms. Speight was able to then share this current event with us, and we began brainstorming how to create a product to share these Pollutoys with younger students. His article was so impactful because it was the start to an amazing project that created a fun educational activity for many students to enjoy into the future.
And here's a quote from Stephen. These cute toys are a hit at preschools as well as elementary schools and could be a potential field trip for future marine biology classes. If enough interest is gained, we could catch a bus to local elementary schools and use the animals to give a presentation about waste. This quote emphasizes the importance of educating students within York County.
And my next question for everyone is, would you vacation here or even swim here? This is how Ms. Speight introduced the plastic pollution in our class. We then watched a documentary titled Plastic Oceans and read an article on POPs. We learned about the Great Pacific Garbage Patch located in the North Pacific Ocean between California and Hawaii, and this sparked interest and passion between all of the students in the class because we wanted to help educate the younger generations about ocean cleanup, and we wanted it to be impactful to everybody.
So at this time, we are going to have you all pick a polluted toy card, and this is how I introduced these toys to my students. They worked in groups of about 2 to 3 students and had the opportunity to select an animal just like you are doing right now. If you could hold up your card for us, please. Okay, so Dr. Shandor, it looks like you have Martha the manta ray. And I can't see, is that Pelly
The penguin.
Penguin? Okay. Dr. George, you have Turf the turtle. Okay. And Willie the walrus. I have these all. Waldo the walrus. And is this Darla the dolphin? And Willie the whale. And finally, Pelly the pelican. So there's a couple P's in there and very similar. These are, if you could hold up your cards for us. Okay. And so these are Pollutoys, and they're comprised of 8 animals and birds handmade by Vita. This is funded by Sea Shepherd, which is a nonprofit marine organization. Each one is a plush, soft toy, and we ask at this time if you could unzip its stomach and take a look inside.
What's going to come out for us, right?
Any more?
That is.
Okay. And if you look inside, you can see that the waste inside is plastic waste. And so there's cutlery, bags, cups, bottles, all made out of a fabric textile.
Because our finished product would be given to younger students, it was important that we followed directions carefully, yet we had the flexibility in how we wanted to design our booklet and trading card that you have. We began researching our specific animal and started to think about how we wanted to get our message across to the younger students. Lastly, we need to consider that these booklets had to be age-appropriate, catchy, and fun when we did go to present at Grafton Bethel.
So each Pollutoy came with a storybook, and those storybooks were shared with the student. The storybooks explain how each animal got sick and how the children can help them.
For each toy that we had to pick a specific genus and species, as well as a common name, research habitat, research their traits, and create a drawing that the students were then able to color based off the traits or however they wanted to. And each animal required us to write a life motto for them. So each card has each specific part on it, and then the picture in the top right corner. And everyone should have a copy of the card with them attached to their booklet. And our books are made of our own design, and they're made up of activities that we created ourselves using outside generators, such as ones that teachers use too. It was important that we made each activity with focus on clarity and making things easy to understand for the younger students. Each page had to include a graphic of our animal and facts about plastic or something about the animal, so the importance was weighted throughout. And everything is inside your booklet that we created ourselves.
All right, and inside our booklet, we also included a few hand-drawn activities and comic strips along with fun facts on each of the pages. And also, we included a fun project and craft that's related to the environment or related to science in general. And in the back of each booklet, we included a resource page with websites that the kids can go on with their parents. They're about either the animal that the booklet is about, or it's about pollution. Okay. All right, our trip to Grafton Bethel. Mrs. Hayes was my 4th grade teacher. When I was in her class, she made us do some dioramas about different environments, and my group got the coral reef. So everyone inside my group got to pick an animal, and I chose a sea turtle. And while I was researching the sea turtle, I became really obsessed with sea turtles, and I read every single book Grafton Bethel had on sea turtles. I was that obsessed. So through those books, I learned a lot about the pollutions that was harming the sea turtles and other marine animals. So that kind of started my passion in saving the ocean, and going back to my old 4th grade class and being able to teach younger kids about the dangers of pollution was really, really special. So when we got there, Mrs. Hayes divided the class into small groups, and all the high schoolers, we got to rotate between each group, and we presented the Pollutoys to all the kids. So I would start out with an opening question like, have you ever seen trash at the beach? And I just went from there. The toys were a really good way to explain pollution to the kids because they were at a level that they could understand. Also, we were able to share some of the facts that we learned in class with all the fourth graders as well. Mrs. Speight showed us some videos and documentaries about pollution in the ocean, and we got to share some of those facts. So it was really cool because we were applying what we learned in class to the outside. And while we were getting ready to leave, some of the kids, they were really excited. They were having competitions with their friends, doing the activities and making origami. It was really nice.
The high schoolers at Grafton High School, they showed us the toys, gave us the trading cards, and let us see the plastic that the real animals eat. I really liked Mark the Shark because the activity and the motto was fun in the book. It had fun things like, oh no, it fell apart. This origami, Mark the Shark, and such. I thought it was sad that we live in a world of trash and that animals that are endangered can go extinct because of pollution. Did you know that sea turtles' shells, some of their shells, can glow under UV light? It's true. If they go extinct, we can't see that anymore, but everyone can help save them, even us kids. I asked some other kids that were there and what they liked and how it made them feel. Aiden Lawson said, I thought it was very nice that they took their time to come out and teach us about pollution and how it was affecting us and our environment.
Our plans for this year are to visit more schools, to also look at the fifth grade SOL, oceanography curriculum, and incorporate that into our presentation. We'd also like to design a placemat, as you can see on the screen, for the Pollutoys, continuing the story from last year, and to share these with local restaurants in our community. Our main focus is to reach as many students in the community and educate them on the effects of plastic use and plastic pollution, and to respect our oceans and care about our planet. And Jackson is going to also be reaching out to his fourth grade teacher at Grafton Elementary as well. And at this time, I would like to thank you all for allowing us to speak on this topic that we are so passionate about. And because we are thankful for this opportunity, we'd like to present each of you with a small token of our appreciation and for recognizing our accent on academics at Grafton High School. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It was a wonderful presentation, and I'm always excited when I see the older students mentoring or teaching the younger students. It's always a great program to do, but certainly a worthwhile program as well because it saves our environment.
Gina, I'm curious, are any of these kids interested in marine biology as a career, or which one, Jackson?
It was definitely a class I loved last year, and not something I'm looking towards my career, to have a career in, but I loved what Ms. Speight did in her class last year and learning about the plastic oceans and what we can do to conserve our environment and to reduce our plastic use in our world.
That's awesome. Very good.
I would have to agree with Jackson. I really did enjoy the class, and I really do love the ocean, but I don't know about that for a career, sorry. So, yeah.
They're too young to remember Jacques Cousteau.
It was a really awesome presentation. It's interesting to see even local restaurants now stepping away from plastics, even paper straws, and even some states are actually passing laws to eliminate the use of the one-use plastic bags in stores and grocery stores and such. So keep up the hard work and what you're doing, because the message is so real, and more people hear it, it changes. Things change. So you're doing a great job.
You talk about stepping outside the box. This is such a unique way of presenting a very real concern. And I take my hat off to you. It's fantastic. Enjoy that.
Might get a grant from SeaWorld, you never know.
Never know. Now, if I may ask, is this the type of that we would find in the ocean? What's the goodies? Explain this. I haven't read the card yet?
So I'm an advocate for environmental in my household, and I have always been. So I
Okay.
think it's really important that we find alternatives to using the plastic straws.
So straws,
So when
okay,
we
the
go to a
brushes.
Starbucks or a Wawa, if we have our own personal straw, that's metal and not plastic.
And your
you
brush
know,
cleaner.
And your brush to clean it,
Okay,
absolutely, yes.
fantastic. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you
You
very
helped me
much.
with understanding the gift I received.
Great job.
That part out. Metal straws.
Great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
And also, we have extra activity books. If anybody wants some to take to children or grandchildren, we definitely have more of those.
Can we give one to Logan here?
Thank you very much for your time tonight.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right.